Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about a topic that's often misunderstood, yet essential for a fulfilling and balanced life: self-care. We live in a world that is constantly moving, filled with responsibilities, deadlines, and demands that can leave us feeling drained and overwhelmed. Often, we're so focused on caring for others, achieving goals, and meeting expectations that we forget one of the most important aspects of a healthy life: taking care of ourselves. Self-care is not selfish. It's a gift you give yourself, and it's a foundation upon which all other aspects of your life are built. If you don't take time to care for yourself, if you don't nurture your mind, body, and soul, you risk burnout, resentment, and even losing touch with who you truly are. I've been there. I know what it's like to feel that I'm pouring from an empty cup, giving everything I have to my work, my loved ones, and my commitments, with little left for myself. But I learned that self-care isn't about indulgence or luxury. It's about replenishment. It's about filling your cup so that you can continue to give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. Today, I want to share with you why self-care is essential and how you can start to embrace it in your life, recognizing the need for self-care. Listening to your inner voice. The first step in embracing self-care is recognizing when you need it. So often, we ignore the signals our bodies and minds are sending us. We push through exhaustion, stress, and anxiety, telling ourselves that we'll rest later or that we don't have time for self-care. But here's the truth. Your inner voice is always guiding you. That feeling of tiredness, that stress, that sense of being overwhelmed, they're all signals that you need to take a step back and nurture yourself. Self-care starts with listening to that voice, with honoring your own needs. When I ignored my need for rest, for reflection, and for time away, I found myself becoming disconnected from my purpose, my creativity, and my passion. But when I took the time to listen to my inner voice, to honor what I needed, I found clarity, strength, and a renewed sense of purpose. For many of us, self-care feels like a luxury, something we'll do if we have time or if everything else is taken care of. But self-care is not optional. It is essential. It is the foundation of physical, mental, and emotional health. If you're constantly running on empty, you're not giving the best version of yourself to anything or anyone. You may be physically present, but your energy, focus, and joy are depleted. When you make self-care a priority, you're investing in yourself, which in turn allows you to show up in a fuller, more meaningful way for your work, your relationships, and your life. Take the time to recharge, to reset, and to nurture yourself. This isn't selfish. It's responsible. You can't pour from an empty cup, so let self-care be the way you fill your cup and replenish your spirit. Embracing physical self-care, taking care of your body. Self-care starts with taking care of your physical health. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life, and when you care for it, you increase your capacity to live a full, vibrant, and energetic life. I learned over time that physical self-care doesn't have to be complex. It's about the small, consistent actions that make a big difference. Whether it's getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, eating nourishing food, or moving your body, physical self-care is a way of honoring the vessel that carries you through life. When I started prioritizing my physical health, I noticed a shift in my energy, my mood, and my resilience. I felt more grounded, more present, and more connected to myself. So, find what works for you, whether it's a daily walk, a few minutes of stretching, or a regular sleep routine. Take time to care for your body. It's the foundation of self-care. Cultivating mental self-care, protecting your mind and thoughts. Your mind is powerful, and mental self-care is about protecting and nurturing your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Life can be overwhelming, and if we're not careful, negative thoughts, stress, and anxiety can take a toll on our mental health. I learned that mental self-care starts with mindfulness. It's about being present, about observing your thoughts without judgment, and about creating a space where you can reflect, recharge, and refocus. When I began practicing mindfulness, whether through meditation, journaling, or simply taking a few moments of quiet each day, I found a greater sense of peace, clarity, and focus. Mental self-care is also about setting boundaries, protecting your time, and creating space for what truly matters. Learn to say no when you need to disconnect from things that drain you, and to surround yourself with positivity. Your mind deserves care just as much as your body, so take time to nurture it, to calm it, and to fill it with thoughts that uplift you. Nurturing emotional self-care, honoring your feelings. Self-care also means caring for your emotional well-being. Too often, we suppress our emotions, burying them under layers of busyness or distraction. But your feelings are valid, and they deserve to be acknowledged, felt, and processed. I realized that emotional self-care meant allowing myself to feel without judgment. It meant letting go of the idea that I always had to be strong, that I couldn't show vulnerability. When I started honoring my emotions, expressing them, and allowing myself to feel fully, I found a deeper connection with myself and with others. Take time to check in with your emotions. If you're feeling joy, embrace it. If you're feeling sadness, give yourself permission to feel it. Allow yourself to experience the full range of human emotions, knowing that it's part of what makes you whole. Emotional self-care is about self-compassion, kindness, and understanding. Creating space for spiritual self-care, connecting with something greater. For me, self-care is not complete without spiritual self-care. This doesn't have to mean religion. It's about connecting with something greater than yourself. It's about finding meaning, purpose, and a sense of inner peace. My spiritual self-care involves meditation, prayer, and reflection. It's the time I spend connecting with my inner self, with my values, and with the world around me. It reminds me that I am part of something bigger, that my life has meaning, and that I am connected to a greater purpose. Find what resonates with you. It might be meditation, spending time in nature, or practicing gratitude. Spiritual self-care is about nurturing your soul, about finding peace within yourself, and about connecting with the deeper meaning of life, practicing self-compassion, being kind to yourself. One of the most important aspects of self-care is self-compassion. We're often our own harshest critics, holding ourselves to standards of perfection that are impossible to meet. Self-care is about learning to be gentle with yourself, to forgive yourself, and to accept yourself as you are. When I began practicing self-compassion, I noticed a shift in my entire being. I learned to stop judging myself, to embrace my imperfections, and to treat myself with the same kindness that I would offer to a friend. Self-care is not about fixing yourself. It's about accepting yourself, loving yourself, and celebrating the person you are. So, when you make mistakes, when you face challenges, when you fall short of your own expectations, be kind to yourself. Practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that you are human, that you are worthy, and that you are enough just as you are. Making self-care a priority. Creating a routine that works for you. Finally, self-care is about making it a priority in your life. It's about creating a routine that works for you, that fits into your lifestyle, and that honors your needs. I learned that self-care isn't something you do once in a while. It's a daily commitment. It's the small, intentional actions that add up over time. Find what nourishes you, what brings you peace, and what fills you with joy. Create a self-care routine that you can stick to, and make it a non-negotiable part of your life. Remember, self-care is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's a lifelong commitment to your well-being, to your happiness, and to your fulfillment. Closing thoughts, embracing the gift of self-care. As we conclude, I want you to remember this. Self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessity. It is a gift you give to yourself and to those around you. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to face life's challenges, to give fully, and to live with purpose. So, starting today, make a commitment to prioritize self-care. Listen to your inner voice, honor your needs, and embrace the journey of nurturing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You deserve it, and the world needs the best version of you. Thank you, and may you live each day with love, with peace, and with a deep sense of self-care.